Hello everyone, welcome back to another Train Sim World 6 video, and before I get started I have to say that I am not affiliated with Dovetail Games or Skyhook Games or any other Train Sim World developer. I would especially not want to be affiliated with Dovetail Games as they are running this game into the ground. Anyway, today we are continuing our first look at Skyhook Games Carlisle Volume 5 Nuclear Pack with a look at some of the gameplay that you get on Preston, Carlisle. We're in the Class 47. And we are taking these loaded nuclear flasks from here at Carlisle down to Morecambe. We've also got this 47439 down at the other end, which has got some security men in it. We've also got two Mark 1 guards vans as buffer coaches. This is slightly unrealistic as these nuclear wagons are FNADs and weren't introduced until the 2010s, but I'm just glad we still have nuclear stuff to do on this line. Anyway, let's get started. So, first off, master key. Reverser. Brakes to loco rather than on the driver's brake. Headlights and instrument lights. AWS. On. I hope. There we go. Just had done it in the wrong order. So yeah. This service is 6 Charlie 51 Sellafield to Heysham, with our only stop being at Morecambe. So yeah, we're using the very rarely used northern loop on the Morecambe junction. So, is that... Oh, I do need to set the tail lights in the Class 47 at the other end. Just have 1 minute to do that, so let's go. I got this pack mainly for the gameplay on Preston, Carlisle. I don't really think much of the West Coast Mainline South content that you get. Just 4 playable services for the DRS Class 20. The DRS Class 20, for some reason, lags my game. Like, really, it just lags my game. The only mod I have installed and working is London Midland Signal Visibility Enhancement. Everything else is unmodded today. Oh my goodness, look how close we are to that red signal. My goodness. So yeah, we are at Carlisle. There's the Steam Museum over there. The Isle of Sodor off that way, off on the branch line toward Barrow. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not kidding. That's where the location of the Isle of Sodor is in the lore. We've also got some wagons. I've also got all the layers enabled, so we might also see some cargo line military services if we're lucky. And I've also got the Class 86 running, and I've got all the layers for like Tees Valley, etc. running. Ooh, hello. Hello, Class 87. Let's watch this guy go past. Actually, no, from this side. Knight of the Thistle, 87014. With a parcel train. Is he pulling into the siding here? Must head to Red Bank. Yeah, I think he's pulling into this thing ahead of us. That's ironic. Yeah, you don't see too many mail trains on this line. So it's nice to see one. Yeah, this is one of the shorter Cargo Line 5 services you can do on this line. There are some which last for half an hour to go from Preston to Carlisle or vice versa. And then there's one that goes from Kingmore Yard all the way down to Preston. So it takes almost 2 hours to complete a full run on. Yeah, he's heading right across our path. Deary mate. Come on, buddy. Oh my goodness, this is a long mail train. Yeah, I can see why they had an 87 hauling it. That was a long mail train, I must say. Got the reverser forward. I think we're all just about ready to go once that train gets out of the way. definitely clear. Sound the horn. Throttle on. It's nice having some more playability with the 47 on this line. It doesn't get too much in the base timetable. A few extra passenger runs, a couple of tanker runs here and there. Not much. So to have it, excuse me. So to have it have some extra services along with like the military stuff is much appreciated. We don't have too long where we can go up to our maximum, up to 60 miles an hour, which is our maximum land speed with these FNAs. There's the... We'll send to Red Bank mail train. Yeah, he's waiting. Yeah, that's a long mail train for this line. Goodness. Come on, buddy. Maximum velocity. This is a lot better than running the DRS Class 20 on West Coast Mainline South, because for some reason on my computer the DRS Class 20 just kills the game's performance, and I have no idea why. I've checked and made sure it wasn't modded, so I don't know what's going on there. Hang on. What if I get a good shot here? Like... Ooh. If I advance game time, advance, there we go. That frames it a bit better. Actually no, I don't think that's a good idea, but hey, we tried it anyway. Just over 5 miles to Morecambe Loop. So, oh, it's just above platform 1, so it's one of the rarely used platforms. Nice. My goodness. See, it's hard pressed. At the moment, the FNAs don't really react much to the track. There is a patch in the works which increases the bouncing on the FNAs. You'll also notice that the time is set to summer, but I do have historic weather on for 1986, with thanks to Winzarton's live weather mod, which you can find a link for down in the description. That is a double yellow. Oh yeah, this is much better than going on West Coast Mainline South with a laggy Class 20. Our singular Class 20 handling the hauling of not only the two 50-ton nuclear flasks, but also the wagons and the brake and the guards vans, and that other Class 47, which is just dead because yeah, the security. That's where the security guys are. Is that a single yellow? I think it is. Do have a red. Shut the power off. And that's just before we get shunted over at Hest Bank onto the line that leads off onto the Morecambe branch. This pack really does accentuate, it really does highlight the lack of the Haitian branch on this route, because while the track was laid, there's just no scenery and no surfaces go down it, so... Initial application of driver's brake. That was a crooked neutral section warning sign. Is that realistic? Yeah, there it is. it's nice with the signal visibility mod. You can see the signals from miles away. Don't know why I just hit the AWS acknowledgement. Full service on the brakes. Oh. Well, it's too late now, isn't it? It was just an approach control signal. Come on, game. Yeah, normally the only timetable, in the default timetable, the only timetable service that actually goes up this line is the Class 20 rail tour going from Morecambe up toward Carnforth, and that's only if you have the Tees Valley line and the Class 20 DLCs. Come on, buddy. Speed and power. Coming up on Hest Bank, which is one of my favorite place to train spot in the entire game, because like it's literally just it's the only part of the West Coast Main Line that's right next to the sea. Come on, buddy. There we go. Alright, easy does it. Yeah. There's Hestbank signal box. There's the level crossing. How's performance doing? Really decently. Much better than on West Coast Main Line South with the 20. Glad I put the tail light on. That makes it a lot more realistic. Oh, nice. Let's give it some extra welly. Up to 45 miles an hour. So there's a train heading up the Morecambe. Oh, he's held! 2 Papa 87 is getting held for us. And yeah, and then we're going into Morecambe. Yeah. Short run, but quite nice. There's the sea! It's the sea! Hang on. I need to see this. I see what I did there. Joke. Right, let's... that looks decent. Screenshot taken. Let's give it 50%. Don't want to keep that local held up for too long. Wonder if it's a 101 or a pacer, because it's a two unit 2-car formation, so it could be either the 2-car 101 or it could be the pacer in that formation. They obviously can't couple to each other, but you know what I mean. It's nice finally doing something with the cargo line stuff that isn't just heading from Preston to Kingmore or vice versa. It feels so weird heading down the northern branch of the Hestbank Junction. Hardly any trains use this in game, and I think that's realistic. I think this branch is only ever used by nuclear trains in real life as well. Maybe the occasional rail tool. Shut it down. We do have a 15 limit coming up. The only other bit of track in game which is as underused as this in the default timetable is probably the Burton-Naze branch of Blackpool branches. Alright, let's get the local brakes on. It is a double GMPT pacer. Sorry, mate. Oh goodness, we do really have to get the brakes on quick. We are really flying. we go. This junction is really weirdly set up. It is realistic, but I don't know why the designers of this junction were thinking why would they do this. Because look, track comes in, track immediately goes out again into Bear Lane. Weird, very weird. Pace is going to have to wait for just a bit longer. Sound the horn. There's actually a bug with the Bear Lane level crossing when this originally released. Like if you're in a local heading from Lancaster to Morecambe, once you left Bear Lane, the barriers wouldn't go down and the traffic would just crash straight through the train, which is somewhat funny. 1.5 miles to go. Hopefully Mr. GMPT Pacer is... Yeah, he's moving. That's good. Wish we did have the Haitian branch. That would make this a little... give this quite a bit more. That would give the nuclear gameplay pack quite a bit more playability. But hey ho, it is what it is. Shut the power off. Gonna have to go back down to 15 miles an hour in a minute. AWS functioning. Are there any manually operated points that we have to worry about? No. Yeah, you can see that the branch to Haysham's definitely had track laid, as well as the Windermere branch from Oxenholme to Windermere, but nothing ever came of it. So far, anyway. They might add them eventually, but I think they're concentrating on releasing new add-ons first, like Preston to Crew and the Transport for Wales Pacer gameplay pack. Shame, really. Slow down. Yeah, we're over speeding. Is that a red signal? Oh. No, it's got a green shunting signal. Gotcha. It's nice having a diesel-only branch on this section of line. Almost there. At Morecambe, the train will change ends and then head down to Heysham. Oh, there's the Morecambe signal box. You can actually go in there, and there's a Castle Diorama collectible in there if you didn't know. Here we go. I've never ever driven a train on this section of track before because I've always pulled into the passenger platforms at Morecambe. I've never ever gone into one of the side branches here. Nowadays, Morecambe is a lot smaller in a different place. The current Morecambe station The 1986 Morecambe station is actually now a music hall in real life. And there we go. Platinum medal. Yeah, there we go. So that'll be all for this video, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.